Birthdays, they're special, especially when you celebrate your 100th birthday.
That's right. KTIV's Joe McMahon talked to the local veteran who celebrated his special day with two of his loves, family and baseball.
I had a lot of victories in my life, but this is probably has to go down as one of the best.
Francis Foley batted 1,000 at his birthday party, thanks in part to the Sioux City Explorers.
And we just wanted to be a part of that celebration. And, we appreciate all the support he's given us throughout the years.
Foley's had Explorer season tickets for over 20 years. Even though he can't always go to games, his grandson calls him during the game to fill him in.
Every game, when he's not been down there, I call him and give an update what's going on. We're getting our butt kicked or we're kicking their butt. I give an update what's going on.
Not only does he enjoy watching baseball, Foley also played softball.
Yes, he's in the Iowa Men's Softball Hall of Fame. He was a pitcher, and he pitched mostly, I would say, probably around 20 years.
He also served in World War II and was also honored for his service.
So we were able to bring out our veteran volunteer, and we did a special pinning with him as well.
Francis, thank you for your service to our nation. Thank you for the sacrifices you made and your willingness to serve our country.
When asked his secret to his long life, Foley had one piece of advice.
If you live your normal life that you want to be and you're in good health, just keep it up. That's all I did.
Happy birthday, dear Francis. Happy birthday to you.
In Sioux City, Joe McMahon, KTIV News 4.
And we want to wish Mr. Francis Foley a very happy 100th birthday from the KTIV family.